going to talk to you about today. I'm going to talk to you about connecting. Now, I have another presentation that I do that is called Stop Networking. And that usually gets everybody's attention. Because I don't believe in networking. I believe in connecting. That's what it's really all about. And I'm going to share with you what there's 4 or 5 things that you can do to connect. First of all, you have to focus on the other person. So, how many of you had an opportunity? The person that always seems to have other people in the room they'd rather talk to. Right? You know, you're kind of like, I'm here, and they're like, yeah, and then they're looking around. Right? You know, because it seems like they're not staying present. They're not staying in that moment with you. For some of us, like for me, you know, I like to look around, so I have realized that when I go to lunch or breakfast with someone, I always position myself so I'm the one facing the wall. Because if I'm not, I'll be watching what else is going on. Even though I'm paying attention, it'll look like I'm not staying in the moment. And the 4th one here is that I'm always going to a woman standing by themselves. Because I know they don't like it. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to walk up and I am going to make sure that I introduce myself. Because I look at it as I'm saving them. Because, you know, they're standing there and they don't like it. So that's going to be my chance of going and saving them. The other thing, if you are in those networking, those kinds of settings, make sure that you introduce other people to each other. How many times have you ever done that? Where you walk up and people are talking and they just keep talking and you just stand there like a fool and listen to them. And I love when they act like you're not there, right? And it's like, I know you're here, so how can you not know I'm here? And then they start talking. And by the way, if you have any questions for me, ask me while I'm up here. Don't wait till the end, okay? I agree with you, however. Is that all right? Yeah. That means you're wrong. Or you're not a natural born smiler, like I'm technically really not a natural born. Self-awareness has made me realize that, and self-regulation makes me make my face friendly. Because some of us have a friendly face. They kind of look like Sylvester, you know, that they're always got something up. And, you know, I finally got to tweeting. And, see, I can do that with this group, but you talk to a bunch of college kids about, they don't even know who the heck Sylvester is. Okay, so now I want to go there. How many of you know, what is it, Fighting Birds? Or Angry Birds?
Angry Birds.
Okay, look it. How many of you do not know Angry Birds? Thank you very much. It's some game that they play on their phone, all right? And by the way, it's about birds. So it is. Somebody told me it's about pigs, but it is. But it's an iPod game or something, right? Look, and now he's going to start playing it. So back to wherever I'm at, right? Everybody's got an auto signature. Okay. How many of you have your picture in your auto signature? Okay, let me tell you why you might want to think about it. I never did either. No, it's not. Well, listen, let's go there. Anybody on LinkedIn or Facebook that doesn't have their picture up there, there's something wrong. Right? They're looking bad. I mean, there's got to be a if you got your dogs, I think there's a problem. I think there's a problem. And to that point, when you talked about it this morning, I certainly didn't want to step in, but I'll give you my opinion, which is more important in the workplace, LinkedIn. In fact, I will boldly say there's nothing dumber than adults on Facebook. But whatever. I mean, you know, I think leave it to the beer pong kids, because you know what? They deserve it. They deserve it. But so the reason I suggest you might consider putting your picture on your auto signature is I recently got an email solicited to me with somebody that was trying to do business with me. And her picture was on there. I've never met her. Her picture was on there. Then we ended up getting on the phone. And I actually felt like I knew her because I saw So later, I read a book. It's by a guy named Bob Berg. It's called Endless Referrals. Some of you might know it. It's a really good book if you aren't familiar with referrals and the process of referrals. And he said in there about the picture. And he said that he did a survey, one of my survey friends, and he said that there's something about seeing someone's picture that makes and you know what though? That's what I will do for you. If you link in with me, I will say to you in a heartbeat, go look at who I'm connected with. Because if I can introduce you, now I am also a person of integrity, so I will not give you the same introduction I would give Sally. Because I don't know you, but I'll certainly try to connect you. I will absolutely do that for you. And I will also say to you right now, I have a college kid that's trying to get a job. If anybody would. Okay. And you know what? I'm working my LinkedIn connections to get her right. You know, I hooked her up with somebody at Bacardi. I don't even know anybody at Bacardi, but I knew somebody that knew somebody. And she's talked in Southern Wine and Spirits. She's not an alcoholic.